How would you describe Maggie?
She is a very lovable person, very kind-hearted. She is feisty, and she can also be a handful at times, but she is the one.
So how would you describe Korey?
Goofy, lovable, caring, and great. It's just wonderful.
So what is your favorite thing about Maggie?
I would say her little quirks that kind of fit with me, they kind of just in sync, I would say. She has her little reactions to what I do that match up really well.
What's your favorite thing about Korey?
I can be my complete self around and with Korey. And he always knows how to make me laugh.
What is one thing you know you do that annoys Maggie?
That's a lot of things. Probably just the little things I do to mess with her all the time. I just do little subtle things to poke at her, say little things that kind of get on her nerves, but they're fun.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
What's one thing you do that you know annoys Korey?
I think a lot of things annoy him. When he thinks I'm talking like down to him. Okay, when he thinks that when I'm trying to explain something to him and he thinks I'm talking to him like he doesn't know what I'm talking about, so he thinks I'm talking to him like he's a child or something, he absolutely hates that.
So how did you two meet?
Well, we met at school. That is the real, I mean, that's actually what happened. We met at school.
We were the same communications major, so we were in the same field, but yet we have not met for at least 2 weeks. So.
But I believe, I don't know if this video is going to be shown before or after the speeches, because I think someone was going to put it in one of their speeches, so I might as well say it.
We met on a dating app. Many people may know what it is, but we'll just keep that hush hush.
We did meet on Tinder, but we went to the same college of 600 people. We were the same major. We just happened to have never have seen each other yet. And our first date was in the cafeteria at school. It was not one of those random, I'm gonna go meet you at a restaurant type things. So it was safe.
When was the first moment you knew you loved Maggie?
That was probably the senior year, sometime around, maybe a little after 2 or a year and a half of dating. We kind of were just in a good groove, and just there's things that like the quirkiness came out, and we were just grooving along, and just, I think one thing was just stood out to me, and it was just like, wow, I can see myself being with this girl.
When was the first moment you knew you loved Korey?
There was a time when I was like, I can be my complete self around this person. I don't need to act a different way or hide a part of me or be embarrassed about anything. I didn't feel embarrassed about anything around Korey, and that was just when I was like, I love this man, you know? I've never felt this way about anyone else, and when he was, you know, he's the first guy to really get the whole I was in love with softball type thing, and that was my first love, and that did not annoy him. So, you know, those two things put together.
Take us through the day Korey proposed to Maggie.
The day was Valentine's Day, and I knew I wanted to do something kind of traditional.
It was actually a really busy day for me at work. I was running all over the place, just doing a bunch of different things. I had lunch with my mom that day, and I didn't think we were gonna do anything. So I was just like, we weren't gonna get gifts or anything. So, and then he was like, well, I want to take you out to dinner. Okay, so I'm thinking, you know, Applebee's, Olive Garden, that kind of thing. And then I'm like, where are you taking me? And he's like, it's a surprise.
Luckily it was colder out, so I could put it in my big Pico. So I got it in there and we went out to dinner, and we went to a very expensive restaurant.
It was this fancy steakhouse in Omaha. And I was like, well, Korey, are you sure this is really expensive? Like, you don't need to do this. Like, let's just go somewhere else. And he's like, no, I want to do this. I'm like, okay.
And towards the end of the night, it was getting quieter. There was like nobody back there anymore. I kind of wanted to do it when there's people there to get a commotion, but I got more nervous as the night went on. So I'm like, oh crap. And towards the end of the night, we had our dessert.
Guess I was making like comments the whole night, like, wow, this is the most expensive thing you've ever gotten me, like, you know, that kind of thing. And nothing, I had no clue. And then we were at the end of our meal about to leave, and Korey goes, it's just so funny, you're so innocent and you have no idea.
Brought in a subtle question that kind of threw her off guard,
and then he started saying a bunch of nice and cute stuff and that I don't remember. And then he was like,
asked the question. She was very shocked. She said, what are you doing?
I'm like, is this really happening? Like, you're kidding, stop it.
She just says all over the place. She couldn't handle it. She had no idea.
And then he gets down on one knee and proposes, and I say yes, and it was really weird because no one saw it in the restaurant. It was a real nice, you know, quiet, intimate moment, and then we were like, okay, let's go home. So we got in the car, and then I get home and my parents are asleep. So we have to wake them up, and they're like, what? You know, so it was a really fun, exciting thing.
She didn't even think I had it.
Okay, so on the day of the wedding, what are you most looking forward to?
Seeing her.
Being with all of our family and friends and partying and just having a good time, and honestly, everyone looking at me because I like that.
Okay, so what is the last thing that you want to tell Maggie?
I want Maggie to take some deep breaths, relax, know that even though your mother is going to be a complete train wreck during the day, that it's just going to be an amazing day. Nothing is going to go wrong, and have a good time, and know that once I say I do, I mean I do.
Oh, cute. What is the last thing you want to tell Korey?
I love you, and I knew it from the moment I met you that you were the person I'd spend the rest of my life with, and I cannot wait to have every adventure and start a family and just live our lives until we're old and gray together. Love you.
That's so cute. Why am I gonna cry? What has been your guys' favorite thing about planning the wedding together? He's like, nothing.
Stop that.
Anything you want to say to your guests at the wedding?
Thank you so much for coming, whether you traveled near or far. We really appreciate it. Weddings are always much more special when you have your favorite and most important people around you.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to say to like your parents or your family, everybody who helped like plan this and helped support you through this?
Oh my gosh, I
Thank
would
you,
not. We would not have gotten through a lot of stuff without my mom and my dad, of course, because
You too.
Dad's always there. Yes. And of course, thank you to Korey's parents and his friends. They've been great. The gentlemen who are in the wedding party, have done what they're told so far and when they're told to do it, so that's great. Thank you for making it easy on us, guys. And my bridesmaids have been great as well, so just thank you.